I'm Sarah Norton, and this is Unchurnable. Today, I am with our Chief Customer Officer, Sam Loveland, who is a pickleball enthusiast and aspiring top chef. Hello, Sam. So, Sam, so much has evolved in customer success in the last 3 to 5 years. What do you think is the main drive of that change?
Well, first, thanks for having me here today. I'm going to go back about 20 years, right? And really when customer success first started out. And it's evolved since then. Originally, it was really about make your customers happy and do whatever it takes, whether it be get on a call in the middle of the night, but there was no real process around it. Then the next evolution happened where there was very specific processes. It was focused on driving adoption. The last few years has been more data-driven, and customers are expecting more. They don't just want to be happy. They don't just want to adopt, but they want to drive real business outcomes. And they want to do it in as quickly as possible. So the time to value is a huge important factor. So that's what's evolved is customers are getting smarter, they're getting more demanding, and they expect real business outcomes.
Yeah, I've heard that even in my own experience working at Salesloft. I've seen this progression over time. So it's interesting to hear that they've become smarter. They are really almost like more invested in their own success, which is really exciting. Do you think as a result of them becoming more invested, it's easier or harder to make them happy?
I think in some ways it's easier because we have more data to help make those decisions as a customer success resource, but it's harder because our expectations keep getting higher. And so, we just can't rest on our laurels. We always have to talk to our customers about the value, understanding what their business outcomes are, making sure that their business landscape hasn't changed internally that will potentially impact how we implement Salesloft and what are the outcomes they're trying to drive. So in some ways it's easier, and in some ways it's harder.
I think that there was a time where so much focus has been given to sales and marketing for generating pipeline. There's a lot of focus on that front, top of the funnel stuff. But why do you think now that customer success is the secret weapon for growth?
I think everybody talks about customer success as being your trusted advisor. And I really do fundamentally believe that. We're there to not sell you anything. We're there to drive adoption, drive business outcomes, and naturally through those conversations, through our quarterly business reviews, we're uncovering additional areas of opportunity or understanding the changes in the business that might be impacting them. And that naturally identifies new opportunities for a different product or new user groups, whatever it might be. And so we're naturally uncovering that. And I think from a customer perspective, they don't feel being sold to because it's just a natural part of the dialogue. And then from there, it's our responsibility to pass that information on to the sales organization so that they can then properly nurture that opportunity and bring it to close.
I heard 2 major things. One is consultative approach. The customer success org takes that consultative partner alongside, and then also like a one team, one dream situation where it's cyclical, everyone needs to work together, and customer success can be a real piece of that puzzle.
Yeah, you mentioned kind of the cyclicality. I think, what I would say is having that role clarity is really important, right? Understanding the different roles and responsibilities throughout our organization, our internal organization, but also who are the players on the customer side. And that's so important, right? Now, it's not just one person that buys at a customer, it's a buying team. And understanding the makeup of that team, and again, through our natural conversation, we can suss that out a little bit more easily in a natural way of doing things. And so I think that's probably the biggest difference or what we bring to bear that adds value to the sales organization.
Love that. So do you feel like you have the same vision as the cross-functional partners around you when it comes to this? And if not, how do you reconcile the differences in your point of view?
I think it really starts from the top as a company level vision. And what is your vision as a company? What's your purpose, your mission? And then what are the strategic pillars that drive that? The great news at Salesloft, front and center, one of our biggest strategic pillar is customer obsession at scale. And so because we're aligned on that main focus, we are aligned at the different cross-functional organizational levels. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't run into disagreements or, have to have conversations around the priorities that we may have that drives it, but at least at the highest level we're aligned, and it makes those discussions easier. And so I think that's really important is what is your purpose, defining your mission, what are the strategic pillars, and if you're aligned at the top level across all the different organizations, whether it's sales and marketing or customer success or product for for that matter, right? It's a very cross-functional effort, and you need to align at the highest level to make sure that you're driving your company level objectives and your metrics that you're pushing through.
Love that. Another one team, one dream situation.
Yes.
Bonus question. If you had unlimited resources, what's one thing you would do every single day for your company?
That's a tough one. God, I wish I had all the money in the world. What's really important for us right now is driving the customer army. And so with that, if I had unlimited budget, unlimited money, I would invest in user communities around the globe to build that customer army of folks. And, we have such passionate customers, but how do we get the message out there? How do we get them to learn from one another? Because everybody's doing something slightly differently that they could take advantage of. So having those user communities in location in the different areas and being able to invest in building that out, I think would be such a tremendous way to help build a scale.
Well, as a woman who's in customer education, music to my ears, that sounds so exciting. I love that. So in the next episode, we are going to talk through tactics for keeping customers happy, the link between education and retention, and any hard lessons that you've learned over your career.